You are about to witness bodily dismemberment, sub-zero temperatures, and all-out mayhem. Brought to you by the Frontline Network.
Sup, CoH fans, and welcome to the first Company of Heroes 2 gameplay walkthrough, and this time we are going to focus on the Soviets, and this is the Frontline Network, FatalSaint speaking here, and with me today, as usual, I have my co-host Tommy. What's up, Tommy?
What's up, Fatal? I am super excited to be showing our guys some of the first CoH2 action out there to date. This is from the Alpha stress test that happened in December, all the way back in December, and we are playing this just a few days before Christmas Eve.
Yes, that is true, and as a Christmas present to ourselves, we are making this cast to be ready to go when the NDA is lifted, so be sure that to notice that this is, as Tommy said, Alpha cast, so something might have changed, some things might not have changed, but we're gonna go through and make a little bit of a gameplay walkthrough video here, so it's not going to be your regular cookie cutting cast. It's gonna be a little bit different, but hopefully you guys enjoy all this action. And first of all, we need to mention that there's a few systems in Company of Heroes 2 which is different to Company of Heroes 1. One is CoH2, and on this specific map we will be playing on, me and Tommy, there's not gonna be any winter. It's not gonna be a winter map. It's a spring map, so the CoH2 is not gonna be in the equation here. So just to mention that it exists in Company of Heroes 2, but not in this video. You ready to go, Tommy?
I am ready.
Okay, load it up.
So we are going to be heading to Pripyat River. This is garnered the nickname fairly early on in the testing process, the affectionate nickname of Shelt 2.0. But nevertheless, it will be a fairly good place to test out some new systems and stuff. And for those of you guys who have never played CoH before, we're going to try and run through. I mean, we're not going to focus too much on the very basic mechanics of cover and stuff like that, but more on the differences between, you know, CoH and CoH2 and all the new units, all the new abilities, and just give you guys a very, a look in some detail at all the units in this episode from the Russian side, which is going to be Fatal.
Yeah, it's going to be my main screen, and there's going to be picture-in-picture in this episode as well, now and then. And what I have here is my HQ, and these are my combat engineers. It's the first squad you start with, and actually straight off the bat I can show you another system apart from CoH2, which is vaulting. So I can use my combat engineers here, and you can see you get a vaulting arrow on your mouse cursor when you target walls or fences and stuff like that. And basically it's very easy. You just right-click on that part of the wall, and your unit is going to start vaulting over it. So you can do shortcuts, so not like in CoH 1 when like fences was the mortal enemy of your riflemen and you had to run around it and get suppressed by a rifleman squad or by an HMG or something. In this game you can actually do like super proper flanks and just jump over a fence somewhere, and it's really, really cool. And this is my HQ, and HQ has a few different abilities. You have a healing aura upgrade which costs manpower only. And you also have Molotov cocktails or Molotov packages for your conscript squads, and you also have 18 nade grenade upgrades for it as well. So this is my first conscript squad is on the field, and as you may have noticed, it does not pop out of the HQ like in Company of Heroes 1. It actually comes on from off the map. So that's a little bit different, and maybe you want to talk a little bit about that, Tommy. Why did they decide to do it like that?
Well, this is a fairly big change from CoH 1. So you really just build these kind of little trenches, and the units themselves come out from behind the HQ from a variety of different locations. There's a few different spawn points all around the HQ to kind of prevent you from getting sort of base raped, and that was one of the main reasons for the change, so you didn't get someone running into your base and sort of parking an M8 or something on your base buildings and stopping you from producing anything. So it's an interesting change, and it's certainly one of the more controversial, at least with players who who thought it was great that you could run around and park M8 mines in front of the Krieg barracks and stuff like that.
I want to base pin people and stuff, but you can't do that anymore in Company of Heroes 2, because if you change your spawn point of your HQ, they come out from different parts of the map. As you can see, the 3 units I built, 2 conscripts and a new combat engineer squad, they came up from the same place because I didn't move my spawn point for my HQ. So, but otherwise they can come from this direction, they can come from this direction, they can come from this direction, they can come all over the place really. And with these combat engineers, I'm going to go ahead and build my first tier 1, which is a special rifle command, which has a few units in it. You can build a sniper team, scout cars, and penal battalion, and depending on what doctrine you choose, you can also build other infantry squads like shock troops and guards. We'll talk more about those before. But the combat engineers themselves, they have the ability, the upgrades available to them, which is a flamethrower and a D&D, a hazard removal package, which basically gives them the ability to get, I think, wire cutters, and they have a sweeper, so you can find mines and dispose of them without using your face as a shield.
That's right, yeah.
Sweepers work as well. And flamethrowers in this game, they feel like they are not that reliant on crits and stuff. Would you say, Tommy?
Yeah, the flamethrowers seem a little bit different. I mean, at least in the version that you're going to be seeing here, in the version that we're playing, flamethrowers just in general seem quite powerful, but they do, they do quite a lot of consistent damage rather than sort of it. There's very little of what we saw in the previous game, which was where you could be sitting around for a long time, shooting with a flamethrower, doing 0 damage.
Yeah, it does seem more consistent, the flamer damage. It comes in more on a steady rate instead of, the spontaneous combustion of Volt Grenadiers. All of a sudden you lose your whole squad, and you're like, what just happened? How did that happen? How did I lose my whole squad in like one flamer burst? And in this game, it feels a little bit slower, but still very potent. It's extremely potent, really. And here we have the first tier 1 unit that I decided to build. I went for the scout car. It's an M3A1 scout car, an American-built scout car, and you can load up units, and it's an open top, and it has 1 MG on the front and 1 in the back as well. And it's quite the clown car-y, I must say. It's like a PE half-track similar to, but now you have the abilities of putting flamers in it, which I opted to do. So I'm gonna try and give Tommy a surprise. MG is ripping up my conscript. I'm gonna be forced to retreat. Trying to kill these flamers as fast as possible, not gonna work. Here comes my silly half-track. Problem is that that MG is pretty good against half-tracks.
Yeah, it's a lot like, you can imagine it quite a lot like the MG versus the Bren carrier in Vico.
Yeah,
you're actually gonna lose that in a minute.
Run away!
I got killed by another Grand Squad.
Yeah. And now I've also built another unit from tier 1, which is the sniper. And as you saw, my flamers are retreating back there, and the conscripts, as I said, the HQ has the ability of giving them upgrades. So whenever I have a little bit of manpower, I'll get some Molotov cocktails and try to get that in on the MG that Tommy has in the center here. And he actually went down and stole my fuel, you bastard. You bastard. Why you steal my fuel, Tommy? Why are you so
all over the
cruel?
shop? But I mean, you saw there. So conscripts, they're very basic infantry, and the guys that I was fighting with, these grenadiers, they're pretty tough. Imagine them like the grenadiers that you have in VCOH. They are pretty sturdy units with their Kar-98 rifles, and they will beat out a conscript squad. Now, at this point in the game, it's quite difficult for us to tell exactly how the dynamic is in terms of ranges. Everyone knows that rifles beat out Volks at close range, and the opposite is true. Volks beat out rifles at long range. But I mean, and you can see here, my pioneers in green cover are actually doing fairly decent damage, but getting no real kills on Fatal's conscript squad down here in the south. Pioneers and engineers function basically the same, fairly low damage, and you need to be quite close to do anything.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And you just sniped my flamethrower, son of a bitch. However, that's of course something we should mention. Flamethrowers are now droppable weapons, much like Panzerschrecks and stuff like that. So I actually just got myself a flamethrower on a grenadier squad, which is arguably a heck of a lot more tough.
Why did I do that? Why did I snipe the flamers? I also have the last tier 1 unit out that you can build without a doctrine, which is a penal battalion, which is a 6-man infantry squad, a little bit better than a conscript, it feels like, at least, as we Tommy's mentioned, we don't have the exact stats for all the units right now. We haven't really looked them all up, and I don't think, you know, they're so subject to change that, you know, there's not much point in looking that up right away in, you know, the alpha test of Company of Heroes 2. But you know, they're fairly a bit tougher. You can put flamethrowers on them, and flamethrowers are really good. They have satchel charges, which in this game, I think everything that does any form of explosion damage is like insane. Also on conscripts, straight out of the box, you have the ability to use Ura, which increases their wow, I just lost both my conscript, didn't I? I did.
Wow, that flamer on the Grenadier squad is really quite potent.
Them flamers, man, them flamers.
Although I should probably say, flamethrowers do friendly fire damage, at least in this portion of the alpha. So you do have to be careful kind of how you use them, because I've killed my own units more than once.
Yeah, that's true. Come on, sharpshoot us. I can do it. Oh, sniped him in the face. Why am I still suppressed? Am I still suppressed? No, I'm not.
Not anymore. No, you got a flamethrower.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
And flamethrowers, you can only use them more stationary now. So that's another little change.
Oh
god, it's a satchel charge.
Oh, you better retreat, Tommy. It's gonna be nasty. Oh, look at that fancy explosion. Oh, look at that fancy explosion. That was very, very cool. So, well, that took care of some of Tommy's infantry, at least.
You can probably, if you check out some of my wounded and rolling around guys, you can interact with those guys with your sniper, can't you?
Oh, I'm not sure if I can do that. I think it's only the Axis sniper that interrogates people. I see. Camouflage is an ability of the sniper, just like in Company of Heroes 1, but this time it's in cover, and you gotta have Vet 1 on the Soviet snipers to be able to do that. Oh, I can actually shoot the wounded soldier.
That's what I was going for, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Because I actually had a little bit of line of sight from those wounded troops there.
Ah, that is very, very cool.
So
I must say.
much like, you know, shooting medics was like an extra micro thing you had to do in CoH1 in order to sort of mitigate your losses to a certain degree. Now it's, you know, very much the same. You leave any wounded troops. There's no medics to come and pick them up anymore, but you do need to kill them. Otherwise, they're gonna leave. They're gonna leave a bit of line of sight.
A little bit of intel for your side, yeah, the dying troops there. And obviously you can, as usual, steal support weapons, and also in this game, maybe we get to show it off in this game, you can steal vehicles and tanks if they get abandoned and don't get destroyed straight off the bat, which is an interesting change.
Yeah, the abandoned critical is fairly rare, but it does happen. And I mean, stealing tanks, I'm sure you guys have read a lot about them in the previews and stuff. It is just as awesome as it sounds. You can steal, you know, everything up to, you know, everything as small as the half track you can steal, and everything up to, you know, the really high tiers.
Yeah, that is true. And let's see, upgrade some of my units. After I cap that with engineers, I'll retreat them back to base and start building new tiers. I got plenty of fuel now, so let's try to show the folks at home a little bit more. So to repeat myself a little bit, you have the Ura ability on your conscript, which increases their maximum, increases their speed to maximum speed, like sprinting, for example, pretty much. And also, yeah, I had mines.
Wow, that was an AT mine. It must have been.
Yeah, it was an AT mine. That is true. And also the sniper can use a flare. It costs a lot of munitions, but basically it does what it sounds like. It lights up an area so you can see down the road there.
We are in combat.
My sniper's going to work. Oh my god, and your flamer's going to work. Ow. Did you grenade me?
Yes, I did.
You bastard. Oh, I don't wanna stand here anymore. It's painful. It's very, very painful.
Ah!
Yes. I have lots and lots of AT mines everywhere. So let's go ahead and build tier 2. I'm not gonna build many units of it. Tier 2 is fairly standard support building, where you get MGs, mortars and AT guns, which are all 6-man squads in the Russian army. And you also have some different abilities on it. For example, on, let's see, on the AT gun you have a light artillery barrage ability. which is fairly cool. Wow, we didn't even die.
That is one sturdy.
That is a sturdy, very, very sturdy half-track, I must say. Oh no, it's a raid machine. I better get the hell out of here.
Yeah, this thing is pretty damn powerful. That much has not changed since CoH1.
No, this is immensely true, I have to say. Let's go ahead and build next tier. So as I said, MG 6-man squad, mortar 6-man squad. They obviously have like the normal barrage ability. They have a smoke barrage ability as well. AT gun actually has a light artillery barrage ability, you know, along with just being an AT gun. It's not like you would expect that it's like a howitzer or something. The light artillery barrage is very, very light. So it's not at this time much concern really. See what else. Also, when you get Vet 1 on infantry, you get an ability on them. So Veterancy 1 doesn't give you any combat effectiveness or such things, but it does give you an ability. That ability differs a little bit. As you can see, the Penal Battalion has Vet 2 now. You can see the 2 stars above its unit icon. And you have Inspire, which basically means it's a 20-second ability, costs only 5 munitions, and every time someone in the squad dies, the stronger the other guys gets. So it's like Seal from Company of Heroes 1.
Yeah, exactly. It's like an active version of Zeal.
Yeah, pretty much. So let's move my snipers up a little bit. Let's go ahead and in tier 3 you have 3 units without a doctrine. You get another half-track, the M5 half-track, if it's a little bit better. You can garrison troopers in it just like that. But you know, apart from that, it's just a buffer version of the scout car, I think. And it can carry more units, I think, 2 squads instead of just the 1.
That's right. Yeah, it can carry more units, yeah. and it's a bit tougher. I mean, the balance around the half track is a bit rubbish at the moment because my armored car that you just saw there, which you'll recognise being a PE unit from the old game, it pretty much shreds through it.
Oh god, yes.
To put it bluntly, it is not really a fair fight. What I do really like actually is probably noteworthy. Look how long these corpses stick around. I mean, I've got the graphics settings on mostly high, and I've still got corpses from our last little fight that we had there in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that's a nice little ability you got going there. Your little flare. Oh my god!
AP rounds!
Oh my god!
That ripped that AC
Wow.
to shreds. That's a stolen MG42, so that's actually not in the Soviet arsenal. But yeah, that worked. That worked. That worked really good.
That was insane.
And as you can see, as you all can see at home, my micro is very bad. I'm like the worst Company of Heroes player ever. But at the same time, I'm trying to explain as much as I go and still like do stuff. Oh god, flamers, man, flamers be killing me. So I also have Molotov cocktails on my conscript, which is like the incendiary grenade from Company of Heroes 1, the PE. So you can see he's taking a lot of damage standing in that fire, getting me some XP, and he actually loses the unit trying to soft pedal away. Oh, that was a grenade. That hurt.
That was a grenade.
That hurt a lot too. Wow, look at the fancy effects with the AP rounds. That's awesome.
That is pretty cool.
It looks great. Looks great. So from tier 3 I have built the 2 tanks you can build apart from the half track, which I'm not extremely interested in showing you another half track. I don't think you guys want to see it anyways either. But you have the T-70 light tank, which is basically an extremely fast and agile light tank, and it's very effective against infantry. At least when me and Tommy has played with it, just keeps sniping infantry like crazy. It's, you know, good light versus light vehicles and things like that as well, obviously. So you can hunt down those ACs and the half tracks and other light vehicles in the Axis arsenal.
Yeah, the T-70, I've had a lot of fun with it myself so far, being quite the potent weapon that it is.
Oh god.
But I've got quite a potent weapon of my own.
I see that. I don't want to play with it. Tommy has a grape wind.
Oh no.
I'm getting shot at here. We're going hunting, comrades.
Ooh. So this is T-34 from the Soviet Army. It's a main battle tank, basically. It does, you know, good damage against infantry, good damage against medium tanks and light tanks. But as you see, it just bounced at Ostwind. It's not, you know, a super tank. Not at all, not even close. But it's the main battle tank. It's fairly cheap to construct. It's in tier 3. We can get up fairly quickly as well. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh dear. Oh no, that is an abandoned vehicle.
Yeah, there's an abandoned vehicle. So now I'm gonna take my penal battalion because they're the closest one, and you can see there's a 3 on it. That means it's gonna require 3 crew members to steal that abandoned tank now from the Axis side here. So I'm gonna go ahead and steal Tommy's vehicle, and hopefully won't come and grape me instantly when I try to take it, so I can show the folks when I steal it. There we go. You can see it's stolen, and I can actually. Oh, it actually had its engine. It just had no main gun when it got destroyed and abandoned.
Oh wow, that's pretty lucky.
Yeah, I did get a bit lucky with that, I think. Let's go ahead and reinforce all my guys. And let's take a look on the doctrines for a little bit. These are the 3 stock doctrines, the normal loadout, but that there's supposed to be up to 7 in the game, is that correct? When it comes out?
There will be up to 7 commanders, yeah, and you can pick and choose
Oh God.
which ones you want.
All my
Wow, that was a lot of kills in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, that was a lot of kills. Ah, Faust! Ow, ow, ow! What just killed my T-34? That was crazy.
I believe that was the Osmond.
Oh, really? That was not good for me. Not at all.
No, it was actually a Grenadier.
Ah, it was a Grenadier, okay. So as you can see on the UI here, I'm using this reverse move, which is really cool. As you can see, I just clicked on the map, and my Ostwind is going to go ahead, my stolen Ostwind, for that matter, is going to go ahead and just reverse all the way back to where I told it to go, which is a really, really nifty tool. No more 1 billion clicks or using scripts or whatever to reverse your vehicles. Just do it like normal people.
Yeah. Just got to get used to a new command.
Oh, damn. Damn that
Those
flamethrowers.
flamethrowers.
Oh my god, you killed my V2 squad.
Oh
Instantly.
wow.
I actually retreated them, but apparently I did not do it quickly enough. Very, very painful, I have to say. So let's go ahead and build the next tier as well, so I can show you some more units. So this is one doctrine which has marked vehicle activated ability, it has passive tank detection, vehicle self-repair. They all cost munitions to use, and you can also get the guards rifle infantry. There's another one which has 2 of the heavy tanks, the ISU 152 and the IS-2 heavy tanks. Soviet war machine, which basically every time you lose a heavy vehicle, you get a T-34 back for free. So like LR war machine, you know, similar at least. Ow, my MG is not having a fun time. There's 18-aided the P4 from Tommy, which means that it's got a damaged engine.
Oh, so you did.
Just said it.
How the fuck did you 18-aid that? I thought you weren't even nearly close enough.
Apparently
I'm gonna kill your wounded troops for that.
No, don't shoot at the poor Soviet guys. The poor Soviet guys.
Damn right I'm going to.
They look so cool. Let's see, I think your P4 is gonna win here, but let's see what happens. If you don't cheat with Faust and stuff. That's not a P4. Awesome. Ah, why you go hit when you're moving? Oh god, I gotta show this ability on the T-34. You can have at Vet 1 you get tank command, which inspire nearby infantry and they move quicker, so similar to Blitzkrieg or something, I guess. Here's that P4. Oh, he's beating me out really good, which means I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna ram his P4. Oh no! I'm gonna destroy it. He crashed into the tank anyway. And the T-34 explodes, and the P4 is right now. I think all the crew is completely knocked out, and he can't really do much.
It is, yeah. It's immobilized, damaged engine, destroyed main gun. It's totally fucked.
Oh god, I just rammed Tommy's tank. That was epic. That was inspiring for sure, I have to say. Now I just gotta build something else to finish off all of his massive troop gatherings in the center guarding the VP, which we are fighting after. So let's see what else there is to explain about this. Let's see, Tier 4 has 4 units. You can get the Katyusha rocket truck. which is basically a long-range artillery piece. It's very, very weak though, so you know, a tank hitting it or a Faust almost kills it. You also have the Su-76, which is a light tank, but it has like a multi-role, it's like jack of all trades. It has an artillery barrage. I'm going to build one to show you guys. A short-range artillery barrage, which is very good against infantry especially. And it can also obviously fight light vehicles from the Axis army like ACs and half-tracks and whatnot. So it's fairly all-round light tank.
I'm trying to save up to show off some of these tier 4 units as well from the Ostia. But don't worry, of course, because there will be we'll have another video up which will be showing off the Ostia. This one, remember, is just all about the Soviets, but hopefully we get a bit of color from both sides.
Yeah. So let's see what else we can the doctrines here. Here's another doctrine which you can unlock from tier 3, a KV-8 flamethrower tank which has a switchable main gun, so either the flamethrower or its 45mm main gun you can fire with, which yeah, I haven't really seen it a lot at all in multiplayer games. People tend to choose other doctrines, I think. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this one because it has the most juicy stuff to show off. We gotta show off the heavy tanks, the proper heavy tanks. So now you can see I got all these abilities. Conscript can repair. I can get the Soviet war machine, which is fairly similar to Allied war machine. I also have a precision bombing strike, which is like a bombing round really. And I have the 2 heavy tanks, one from tier 3 and one from tier 4, which is now buildable. So you can see here, it's very, very pricey, especially fuel-wise, like seriously pricey. But it's completely possible to get them out in a 1v1 before the game ends, if it's a very close game, obviously.
You're about to encounter my super duper Uber squad, which is my Vet 3 Grenadier with a Flamer, 2 G43s, and a light LMG.
Insane. This is a Su-85 tank destroyer, which is exactly what it sounds like. It is a tank destroyer of tank destroyers. It's really, really good. It has extremely long range, and we should probably also mention that, you know, all tanks in this game has a lot longer ranges than they did in Company of Heroes 1. This Su-85 also has a normal stock ability, which is focus sight, which means that, you know, you lose sight on other sides compared to, and instead you get lots of stuff going on now. Oh god, this is gonna be painful.
It's a lot of pretty explosions.
A lot of pretty explosions.
Oh no, but he did actually knock out my Stug.
Oh,
and actually blocked my P4. I couldn't retreat. Oh no.
Now it was been stuck behind there as well. But this Su-85 has this focus sight, which means you can see a lot further. I'm going to show you guys. It's not going to be able to see on the sides and stuff, but if you have something else in close, let's see if it actually goes on automatically. It's recharging right now. Let's share. Let's see. I need some engineers because you killed my engineers again. Just keep killing all my stuff. Why are you killing all my stuff? I gotta shot him with a Katyusha as well. Damn, I don't have enough fuel to do all this. I need an engineer and just like OP fuel everything as quickly as possible, so before this video ends up being like 6,000 minutes long. So this was the Su-76. As you can see, I'm firing the artillery barrage in the center there. It's a fairly minor artillery barrage, but if you hit infantry, especially head on, it does in crazy damage. Seriously crazy damage. Oh no, what are you doing? Oh, my SU just got destroyed and yes. So the Panther is, yeah, just like in Company of Heroes 1, very, very potent tank. Just an extremely potent tank, really. So I can't see over the ocean, or you can see all the way over here now. I can see all the way over here, but there's nothing there. So maybe if I angle my tank a little bit more, see, I can look all the way over there, but I don't see anything actually. So let's go ahead and position my SU there instead, see if that does anything. And here's the Katyusha artillery tank, which is quite literally boss.
Yes.
It's very, very cool. Stolen Ostwind, still alive. Oh.
Wow, that really is quite some line of sight.
Yes, it is. A lot of line of sight, actually. As you can see, I could see all the way over there now, thanks to this ability. And it could shoot all the way over there as well, so the range on tanks and tank destroyers in this game is immensely long, I have to say. You should probably not shoot at your AT gun. It's probably a bad idea. Probably a very, very bad
Against your mortal enemy, yeah.
Yes. So here's the Katyusha.
Oh boy.
Go ahead and look when all the missiles miss everything. Ah, there's some fancy explosions when it hit the bushes and trees around your AT gun. The recharge is not that lengthy at this time in the alpha. That might be, you know, subject to change or whatnot. But right now it's fairly quickly, so you can bombard quite a lot. Oh god, I forgot to actually mention that as well. With the combat engineers, when you hit, I think it's tier 3 or 4, you can build stationary artillery guns as well. I find them quite lacking at this implementation, but you know, it is possible to build artillery guns, which they have quite a good range and stuff like that, but at the same time, it feels like it takes a little bit too long between the shells to land and things like that. So I don't really like the current implementation of them. Maybe it's extremely powerful when it actually hits something, so that might be good.
Oh god, here it comes.
Again.
The OP wagon. Luckily it's just hitting trees.
Yeah, right now it's not hitting much. Oh, well.
Ah, he decreed it.
It's your AT gun. That's something, right? What I need now is just a little bit more fuel. Let's go ahead. I'm going to build from the Doctrine choice here. I get the 2 heavy tanks from the Soviet arsenal, which is an IS-2 heavy tank. It's effective against basically everything. It's weak to heavy anti-tank like AT guns and other heavy tanks, obviously. And then in the tier 4 you have the ISU-152, which has extremely long range, and you know, at the same time it's very good against static targets like buildings and tanks and things like that. It fires very slowly, but it has great range, and you know, we don't know the exact stats, but it's pretty beastly. Oh, camouflage. Whoa! Oh. He didn't really actually hit anything, but not exactly sure what you fired. Did you build a stationary?
I did. I built a stationary weapon, yeah.
Ah, okay. That is cool. Let's see, where is this tank? It's 50% done right now, and after these 2 tanks we will have built most of the things in the Soviet arsenal. That's not... Ow! Panther sniping snipers. What is this? Company of Heroes 1?
Oh god.
The sound is back.
It's a scary fucking sound.
It's so inaccurate. Oh! Oh!
Oh no, that's my Vet 3 units. Not them, please.
Scatter of epic proportions. So here's the IS-2 heavy tank, and yeah, it's a monster. Really. Super beast. No, more artillery. Wow. One shot actually did that. Ah, it was my tank. My Su-85 is bombarding you or something. Oh no! There's something else that I did not like to see. The elephant tank from Tommy. It's gonna be interesting to see who wins. I have no idea.
This will be interesting.
Oh my god, my KV is getting raped though. Oh god, gunner. Oh, oh, there goes your elephant though. Boom!
No. No.
Oh, destroy the engine on that one.
Must
Come on.
avenge his death.
Oh no! SU-85, now you're gonna die. Destroy the engine. I'm still alive though. Oh, it bounces. It bounces the last shot.
Come on. Oh, I missed. Yes, yes, the strafing run got him.
Oh no, not the straight run. Painful.
That's, you know what, that's probably an appropriate place to end it.
Yeah, that's probably the appropriate place to end it. There is another heavy tank in the Soviet arsenal, but you guys gotta discover something else on your own. And hopefully this has been very helpful to you. Now you've seen most of the units, or at least some of the units in the Soviet arsenal, and some basic explanation of how the game works and runs with vaulting. And you know, there was no cold tech in this specific map, but you know, at least you've seen Company of Heroes 2 now firsthand in a video on TFN.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for joining me. Yeah, thanks for joining me as usual, Tommy. See you guys for the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe and comment and link this video to all your friends for some Company of Heroes 2 action. See you guys.